Welcome to the UniBlue Registry Booster video series. This series of videos we're going to basically do a walkthrough of the website, the important features of the Registry Booster application, and then we're actually going to download the application and take a look inside and get a better feel for exactly what the Registry Booster application does. And so let's go ahead and get started. First, let's go to the awards. Whenever I purchase a product, I do like to go through the website. I know a lot of times it's really tempting to just download the application, but the only problem with this is it's just not doing proper research. And so let's take a look at the awards tab. You'll notice that it has gotten some awards, and it has gotten awards from some top known companies. CNET Download has given it a 5-star user rating, and this is a very reputable company on the internet for those of you who are not familiar with CNET. ZDNet Editor's Choice, it's a reputable is a reputable company as well. And Takao, so all these are good companies, so it looks like it has lots of awards, so that's a good thing. Let's take a look at the support tab. This will kind of give us an idea of exactly what's inside of it before we download the program. Scans and repairs. So this is just some snapshots, it looks like, of exactly what the scanning interface is going to look like in the program. Of course, we're going to get a whole lot more into detail on that in the future videos. It has backups and restores tab. Let's see here. It looks like it's got an overview tab, a registry scan tab, but basically this is the backups and restores features that are provided inside of this application. And this is a really interesting feature that this particular registry utility offers. It's called registry defrags. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take the time to read this to you because I think it will be very helpful in you gaining an understanding of exactly what registry defragging is. And there are a lot of registry programs out there that do not have this feature, so this is an interesting feature, and I really think it's a neat part of the utility. Again, this is a great reason why it's always good to go through the website, because for those of you who would not have taken the time to do this, you may have just overlooked what registry defrag is inside of the program, and therefore you really want to know what it's doing. And so there's no value. At least you want to understand the value. So let's go ahead and take a look. Registry defrags. Registry fragmentation occurs because certain processes continually use the registry to alter the same values in the corresponding registry hives. Understanding the Windows registry to learn more. Your computer will slot new pieces of data in empty areas of your registry. If the file is too big for the slot, your computer will break it up, putting a piece in one slot and another elsewhere. This creates gaps and wasted space and increases the probability of the corruption of your registry. Microsoft warns, for example, that fragmentation in certain cases may be excessive. File sizes may eventually exceed the registry size limits imposed by Windows. This will also cause subsequent modifications to the registry to fail, with resultant errors, slowdowns, and crashes. Registry Booster is designed to reorganize the data within your registry so that your computer runs more efficiently. By defragging your registry, Registry Booster will create a more linear structure, maximizing application response and registry access time, saving memory, which saves you money basically, since smaller registries consume less memory, and enhancing boot up times. This results in improved system performance and decreases in the likelihood of further registry corruption. So again, this is a really neat function of this particular tool. And let's go ahead and take a look at configuring, and we'll dig a little deeper into exactly what it's talking about in the registry in the future videos, but just as starting out, I wanted to give you a quick overview of what registry defrag is. And then configuring, this is just giving some more snapshots of, you know, what's inside this tab as far as ignore list and everything. Okay, and so we are going to move to the next tab inside of, or the next link inside of the Registry Booster website, which is under support, and we'll go ahead and familiarize ourselves with this. There's user manuals. I always encourage people to read the user manuals. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and prove that to you. Read help guides. I always remind myself to do it, so I'm going to remind you guys to do it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a look inside of those manuals in a little bit. Moving forward, we won't go through all these links here, but I do want to point some things out about this part of the website. See, running registry repair software regularly helps prevent registry errors and fragmentation, thereby eliminating related system seizures and crashes. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start at the registration part. And let's take a look here. Basically what it's saying here is that when you buy your copy of Registry Booster, you'll need to register it. When unregistered, you'll be allowed to basically repair up to 15 errors. So you can go ahead and give it a free scan, and if you have one application that is particularly bothering you, there is a possibility you might be able to fix it if you can isolate and locate those 15 hotkeys within inside the registry. You'll be able to see a breakdown of that after you do the scan, and so you may be able to fix it on the free scan. So I definitely give it a download. But once you do register it, you'll have unlimited number of registry entries. So really it's more of a long-term solution for future use, and it very well you most likely will need to go ahead and purchase the product if you really want to clean up your registry, because 15 errors, most registries after you do a scan, if you haven't ever really done one, you're going to probably come across hundreds or thousands of errors. It really does add up over time. So correcting 15 errors really probably won't do the job, but it just allows you to get a feel for how the software works. Okay, it's basically saying that there'll be a online purchase reminder that appears on the bottom left-hand corner of the opening screens, and to remove that, you'll just register through that link. So there's two ways basically to purchase a product. The first one is to download it for free and run free scans, and then if you decide through the scan that there's enough errors to where it makes sense to move forward purchasing it, there's probably a link inside the software that you can click that will bring you to the order page, or you could just move forward and purchase it online. But you might want to do a scan first. That would probably make more sense, just to make sure that you do in fact have errors that need to be corrected. Okay, let's look at the next one, Active Protection. Software support service which entitles you to enjoy a generous range of benefits, including the latest software download directly to your PC, unlimited online expert support, cost savings over time, the ability to install software on 3 PCs. That's more than most. There's a lot of registry programs that will only allow you 1 license, or the license will only include 1 computer. I've seen a few with 2 computers, but 3, that's good to know. So if you got a laptop and a desktop, and maybe you got another laptop, or maybe if you're married and your wife has a laptop, so that can be very useful. When you purchase any Uniblue product, you also receive active protection for 1 year from the product purchase date. At the end of that year, your term, you will then need to renew active protection to continue automatically updating your software for another year. So essentially what it's saying here is that at the end of the year, if you want to get the newer engine that is, for the newer threats that might be out there, or if you have an updated PC, for example, let's say that you upgrade from Windows XP to Windows Vista, or from Vista to Windows 7, well, it probably makes more sense to go ahead and get the updated version again, because it is going to require a different engine to be able to understand how all that how the registry is organized and the file structure of the new operating system. You don't want to use an older registry utility that was designed for an older operating system, or programs that were not even in existence at that time. You don't want to use an old registry utility. So it's really best to keep these things updated. But what I do like about this program is it doesn't force you to upgrade. I have seen programs that do force you to upgrade every year, and you actually don't even have the ability to use the original software that you purchased. So it's basically a forced renewal program. And this one, it doesn't do that, and I like that. What it allows you to do is to make that decision yourself. And so you don't have to have the newest updated engine. If everything on your system is the same, it probably doesn't make sense to update it. So I like that. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the final link up here, which is purchase, and I'm going to walk you guys through the purchasing process. That way there's no intimidation as far as purchasing online. I know a lot of people out there that aren't as comfortable with the internet yet, feel like they don't fully trust putting their information online, and that's something that you really don't need to worry about if you know what to look for. I'm going to show you what to look for so that you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Okay, so the next link, which once you select purchase, it will bring you to this page, and right now it looks like they've got a special going on, and I don't know if this is a script, meaning once you click on that, if it will load a cookie or something on your computer, and it will give you a few days that if you make a purchase, it'll give you a special bonus. I don't know if it's a script or if it actually does end on the 27th. So I guess you guys will know when you find out. So it looks like what it's offering right now is something called System Tweaker, and it looks like it's going to give, first of all, the program itself is $39.95, and it looks like there's a $10 discount right now, so it's only $29.95 right now, and we get a System Tweaker program for free. Now, for those of you who really like to get in there and kind of mess around with your computer system, this is going to be a really cool utility for you. I'm assuming that it's still available, at the time right now it is, but if it's available when you guys decide to purchase it, then I'll be really excited for you, because it says you have full control of your PC, combining up to 1,000 different tweaks in one easy to use yet powerful solution. So we won't go into detail on exactly what System Tweaker does, but basically it allows you to make ridiculous tweaks, like things you've always maybe wanted to do. I can't even think of any ideas right now, but maybe if you wanted to change the color of your browser up here to be light blue or green, or if you wanted to just change 1,000 tweaks. I mean, use your imagination. 1,000's a lot. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close out on this video, and we will pick up on the next one. We'll go through the purchasing process, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Okay, take care.